Hi everyone, it's QuickyBaby and welcome back to World of Tanks. And it's New Year's Eve for 2021. There's no doubt that 2020 has been probably the worst year, at least spiritually, of my life, I would say. And I want to say goodbye to 2020 by blowing it up, by playing yet the best class in the game, right? Of course, it's self-propelled guns. How often do you get to see me play self-propelled guns? Practically never, at least on YouTube. I do actually like to dabble, maybe 1 in 20, maybe even 1 in 50 games on Twitch, I'd say, playing artillery. I do feel like it keeps me a little bit fresh, and it also allows me to be able to figure out what positions are more vulnerable to artillery, what positions you really don't want to get caught out in your heavy tanks. And also, you know, it's quite therapeutic to click when you also need to be able to focus on other things. And I think that is what this video is going to be today. It's going to be a video that, well, I'm going to try and click a few vehicles. I want to talk to all of you about how I'm feeling. That sounds weird, but after all, this is YouTube, right? This is not just QuickyBaby Presents World of Tanks. Although I have to admit, this year I have very much fallen back onto World of Tanks as the primary focus content for this channel. But as many of you who have watched videos for a long time will know that I've had a lot of fun making vlogs on this channel, or having, should we say, more heartfelt talks about a variety of topics. It's definitely something that I get to dabble a lot more of when I'm live streaming over a long period of time, rather than just primarily focused on commentating on the battle and trying to give that kind of high impact commentary that I love to give on YouTube, and I love making those videos. 2020 has been an incredibly testing time for everyone. A lot of you, I feel, have probably not got an idea or a true idea of just how brutal it has been, probably for some of your favorite content creators out there. I'm not going to pretend like I've had it really hard. My life has been about as good as it could possibly be, with all things considered. I've got to keep working, even though I consider this more to be hard fun rather than hard work. In addition, I'm healthy. My wife, Tanya, is healthy. And my family, cross fingers, apart from my mother-in-law, who did catch the COVID this year. She seems to be doing, she's doing fantastic, and she's back to perfect health now. Everybody is doing good in my family, and I've got to be really thankful for that. And one of the things that I'm also incredibly thankful for this year as well is that the position that I've been in, that I have just being able to embrace so much of a social existence, even from the inside, through all of you, my awesome community. I want to give a massive thank you to all of you, and that's why I want to take the time in this video to really let you know just how much you have all... Oh man, not going to get emotional right at the start of this video. I'm getting emotional because I'm playing artillery after all, right? No, how much really you have meant to me in 2020. And how much you've meant to me since 2012, since I started creating content on YouTube and across other platforms as well. I am truly lucky to have been in the position that I am, and I hope that you all feel that I have been trying to... I know that I haven't made possibly the most YouTube videos I've ever made this year. Sometimes during the months I just felt like streaming a little bit more, but at least hopefully I made up for it a little bit in November and December by releasing videos every single day, and I hope that you feel that the quality hasn't slipped. One thing that I'm also incredibly thankful for this year is Phil and Phil's awesome editing of the Best Moments videos. I think he did an absolutely phenomenal job, and hopefully he will continue to possibly, if he's... I haven't really talked to him about it, so I shouldn't really be talking about it on YouTube. In fact, I'm not going to. But all I'm going to say is I think that all of you have enjoyed the videos, right? I think Phil has done a tremendous job, and it's definitely brought a different kind of level to the channel with regards of that. That just those kind of high impact condensed videos. Sure, I like to have my high impact videos, but I think the Best Moments videos is one of the things that was truly missing. And it's just bewildering to me now thinking about the fact that I've been having those kind of moments on Twitch for the last 8 years, and that most of them unfortunately have kind of gone. So I think it's brilliant that if there's one cool thing about 2020, it's that, well, that AE Phase 1 died. No, It's that those best moments from my love of this game. I'm not going to go into that. I talked about that a few days ago on the channel, about why I love World of Tanks and why there's no other game quite like it out there for me. But the fact that those moments will get immortalized, and I have to admit, I'm having so much fun, and I feel that I still am. I'm so busy as well, that the years do seem to be passing by. Now, there's two ways to look at that. One way is to think that, oh dear, you know, you've got that inevitable ticking of time onwards, and you start to feel a little bit concerned, you know, when you find out, oh my lord, I've been married for 5 years, oh my word, I've been making content for 8 years. But the other way to look at it is, one of the reasons probably why the time has passed so quickly is because all in all, at least 95% of the time, I'm incredibly happy, and I'm getting to do what I love and to live my passion, which has always been games, and kind of like to entertain people at the same time, right? And what my original focus was when I started creating YouTube videos was always that, for me, I feel my best playing games when I'm empowered through them, because I feel like, oh wow, look, I could have done that. It's kind of like a puzzle. And I just wanted to share my experience right from the get-go in 2012, and I don't really feel like the format has changed too much since then. I think I've grown as a person. I've grown as a content creator. My confidence, definitely, compared to that first M103 video where I felt very sheepish. Oh, I'm putting myself out here on the internet in front of all of these people, even though, I don't know, only about 100 people watched probably the first YouTube video I made in the first few months of its release, right? Now, I release some videos that get 200,000 views in a few days, and some of the videos in this year alone in 2020 have been watched hundreds of thousands of times. I think one of the best moments videos, I'm not sure, I think it's up to about 700,000 in 9 months. That's very wild. Either the way that I look at it, and I always joke about this on Twitch, is that I really don't think that all of you are real. I feel like I'm in some kind of like a matrix, and I'm actually probably a little bit crazy, and that somebody has fabricated a reality for me that's kind of like a dream. And I think that you're all actually like a computer program, or grannies with iPads. There can't really be hundreds of thousands of you out there who watch my videos every week, right? No, I think there are probably just, maybe there are 10 grannies. 10 grannies playing 1,000 iPads each, like this. Like a gigantic keyboard. Probably, definitely. So there are so many things that I'm thankful for, and there are so many things that I'm incredibly lucky for. But there are also so many things about 2020 that I feel that have been, spiritually just absolutely crushing. Be it that in the UK, I'm not sure if you're aware about this, but right up until about 3 or 4 days before Christmas, they said, yes, you will be able to meet your family for a couple of days over the Christmas period. And even just one day would have been enough. And then for the area that I live in, they basically said, no, you can't see your family. You can see one member of your family in an outdoor location at one time. Yeah, that was pretty brutal. The reason why I talk about this is not because it's the most significant. And I should be moving when I'm playing artillery. Nice try by the enemy artillery to counter battery me there. But it's definitely the most recent, and it's one of the most vivid. And I think it's the culmination of hopes of just being able to see your friends and to see your family and to be able to spend that time with them. And undoubtedly, that's something that I've realized is that, look, I'm very happy living in a virtual world. Over the years, I've been able to go through all of these experiences and all of these amazing places and enjoy so many different things that my wildest imagination could only have pretended to have understood, and vastly more creative and clever people than me have created these amazing online environments to be able to enjoy. And I'm forever grateful to all of the developers, and Wargaming included. I'm not sure if World of Tanks is the kind of spiritual game that, for example, like a Breath of the Wild or Horizon Zero Dawn or one of those kind of games has been. But from Wargaming creating an amazing online arena for which I've managed to meet so many lovely people and have so many amazing experiences. I don't want to shoot my friend there. Please fall back.
Watch out! Retreat!
If you fall back, I can hit him. I guess he doesn't want to because the Foch is going to go. Okay, fine. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't have told the player to fall back there. So I'd like to thank Wargaming as well for creating World of Tanks and just having this amazing game that I truly love, because there's no other game quite out there that manages to combine all the different genres. Go and watch that video if you want to know exactly what I'm talking about. But back to what I was trying to suggest, and that is that even though I've been able to immerse myself in all of these online arenas and all of these different worlds that we've been in, that it's definitely, this year has made me realize just how important and almost how much for granted I have been taking, should we say, the real world, possibly as well. And when it actually starts to get denied to you, oh wow, it's been definitely a punch in the gut, as I imagine it has been for a lot of people out there. I want to highlight just how much I truly appreciate going to these amazing events that I've had the pleasure of, I guess, working at, but also enjoying very vividly. Be it going to Tankfest every single year since 2012, apart from 2013. Meeting thousands of you at Tankfest each year. Meeting, well, maybe not thousands each year, but definitely meeting several hundred each year. And it's undoubtedly been thousands over the 8 years or so that I've been going. I'm truly lucky to have had those experiences, and one of the most brutal things about 2020 has been that they have disappeared. Going to Gamescom, going to TwitchCon, meeting absolute legends there, meeting some of my most passionate community members, and also some of my biggest supporters. I really appreciate it. Thank you all very much. And to have that kind of stripped away from you, as well as also... do you think he killed himself? I think he did. What a scumbag. Tried to blind fire me and then kills himself on a rock. GG. To have all of that stripped away... yeah. It has definitely been a weird one. A very weird one. And it hopefully makes me optimistic about the new year as well. That hopefully in 2021 we can maybe get a vaccine distributed and we can get back to things as normal, because I truly appreciate the opportunities that I have been given to embrace you all as a community, and to be able to go to those events and to be able to meet all of you, and just how you're all so individually lovely, and it's just wild to me how lucky I am to have such an incredible community. And more importantly, how awesome you have managed to make this year. I feel that this year for me, considering the external factors, has probably been about as possibly good as it could be. Whew, talking about good. Number 1 on artillery. Woohoo! What other artillery should we play? Yeah, 2,000 damage, 3,200 spotting. This one, by the way, I'm not going to talk too much about RT, but the M5355 is an absolute god tier artillery, and if you're going to only have one artillery in the game, it should be this one. I'm sorry for all of you players out there who don't like playing against it if I just popularized it. Okay, so back to what I was saying. 2020 has been about as possibly good for me as it could be. I'm so lucky to have tenure. I'm so lucky to have my health, everything that I mentioned earlier on in the video. But importantly, how lucky I am to have all of you. I've had so many just awesome, warming, social experiences, either by I have a guild in World of Warcraft now that has spawned from this awesome community, spending so much time with all of them. I'm not going to name them all individually. They all know who they are, and they probably won't watch this video because, to all intents and purposes, they're too busy in Azeroth, right? But this community as well, all of the comments on YouTube, all of the direct conversations that we've had across other platforms as well. It's just been an absolutely an incredible experience, overwhelming in a way, and I just Whew, I hope that some of the videos that I've made this year, some of the streams that I've put on, some of the silly things that I've said on Twitter have maybe just had that little bit of a break from reality, which is what the content's always meant to be, right? Empowering, and also something to kind of detox, to focus on, to unwind, to relax, and to be able to shut yourself off from the outside world. So I'm sorry for talking about the outside world so much in this video, but I feel like it's the elephant in the room that I haven't really addressed too much this year. And I really want this video as well to hopefully show everyone that even though that just because I appear super strong on YouTube and I seem infallible and I might put on this brave face all the time. Yeah, man, this year has hurt. So if any of you out there are feeling the same way, and you probably have far better reasons than me for feeling that way, just embrace it and don't be afraid to feel it. I'm not saying to go down and to let it beat you, because that's not going to help. But just don't be afraid to embrace the feelings. If you're feeling them, embrace them and realize that they are like all waves of emotions. They will change. You will experience so many different emotions at so many different times for so many different reasons, and you can't stop feeling them. But all you can really do is learn how to control how you feel about them. Wow, how I feel about that bad shell. Oh my lord, by the way, going up here in the Bat Chatillon 15558 is just absolutely disgustingly awesome. Look at this. Yeah, this is where this fast artillery is going to do some dirty stuff. Oh my lord, should we go for the Hail Mary? Twitch, I'm going to go for the Hail Mary. YouTube, I mean, sorry. Oh, sorry, YouTube, and sorry to this FE405. Oh, he didn't expect that 700 damage. Oh, I really wish I was in a bigger artillery, though, right now. If I was in a bigger artillery, I'd be doing more than 200 damage to the Emil. That's unfortunate. Okay, 40 seconds to reload. Oh my god. I'm trying to say some serious things here right now, and I'm yo-yoing up right now, pretty much like this year has been. It's like a roller coaster of emotions, and so I think it's very fitting that this video is also a roller coaster of emotions. So, I was trying to say something really important. Don't be afraid to feel the way that you feel, but realize that I know it's hard, but things will change and things will feel different in the future. And no matter how you're feeling now, how bleak everything feels, just keep going. Keep plowing forwards. Keep trying to be as positive as you possibly can. Keep trying to be the experience, or to not to be the experience, but to have as positive experiences with other people as you possibly can, and try in any way, if it's possible, to try and make a few people happy as well. Try and make a few people happy here and there. Just be good to each other. I know it's hard when everything feels so rough and you feel like the world is throwing you so many different curveballs that you never could have anticipated. And me, I'm kind of a control freak. I like to be in control of a situation. It's probably one of the reasons why I've been able to get to where I am, but it's also definitely something that I have to keep in mind in life. And so that sense of having everything taken away from me has definitely caused me this year to sometimes be a little bit more abrasive than I probably should be, or even to lash out to some people who probably didn't deserve it. I hope they truly understand that I love them, and I think that they do. And I'm sure that if you have been a little bit more brash or shunned anyone this year or wrapped yourself up inside a comfort bubble, try to break yourself out of it. Try to embrace others. Try to let the people who matter to you know that they matter to you. Let them know. Reach out to them towards the end of this year. Well, you don't have too long, but hell, now is the best time to do it, right? Or at least reach out to them at the start of next year. Uh-oh. Talking about reaching out to them at the start of next year, I think I'm in a lot of trouble here. Oh gosh, they actually are ignoring me? This is just absolutely blessed. How lucky am I? Where can I find a position? I shouldn't have probably reloaded there, but I honestly thought that the Charfu Tier 4 was going to find me. So reach out to them. Let the people know who have meant a lot to you this year that they have meant a lot to you. And also let the people know who maybe you haven't had those social experiences with this year because of what's been going on, that they still matter to you and that you're hopeful for the future as well. Because that's what I wanted to do in this video. That's specifically what I wanted to do. I wanted to let all of you know just how much you've meant to me this year, how appreciative I am of that. I want to thank you all for that. And I just hope that some of the content that I've made has made any kind of a difference in any of your lives this year. And don't worry, I'm not quitting. I got a lot of pep left in me. Don't worry, boys and girls. I'm just I guess I'm opening up a little bit, maybe more than I should do. Maybe I'm being a little bit vulnerable here in this YouTube, but I think it's important to. Whoa, I don't want to drown myself. I don't think I'm gonna live. Oh dear. Nice HE shell leopard. Good one. I just think that more than ever right now, I think this is a good time to be open and honest to each other. And I think it's a time to reach out and to embrace our humanity in a year that has felt, at least for me, as if one of the worst spiritually, or the worst spiritually, in my 33 years on this planet. Of course, I'm sure there are a lot of my lovely distinguished viewers out there who have had a lot more years on this planet than me, who have probably been able to remember a worse one, maybe for them individually. I'm not sure if there has been a worse year for a long time for us collectively as a generation. And does anyone out there want to pretty much just one-shot this entire year like that Leopard 1 did to me with that high explosive round towards the latter part of the game? Yeah, I think I do. Anyway, I want to finish by reiterating how much I appreciate all of you. Thank you all very much for making 2020 a year that has gone by about as painlessly as it possibly could for me. I just want to let you all know how much I truly appreciate you. Thank you all very much. I hope that some of the content this year has been worth your time. If you're feeling down, that's okay. But try and keep your chin up and know that hopefully next year is going to be a little bit better. Be considerate of those around you and be good to each other. Do anything that you can to make the lives of others just a little bit better. And I'm sure that it's going to be a very rewarding experience for you as well. Thank you all so much, YouTube. Have a fantastic new year, and I'm going to be back. I'm going to be back for more. Don't worry about that. And if any of you are feeling a bit lonely on this New Year's Eve, I'm going to be streaming for the rest of it from right when you see this video get released. So come by on Twitch if you're interested. If you've got nothing better to do on New Year's Eve, I'm going to be playing tanks, and then I'm going to probably get away from the computer, get on a camera, and have a good Q&A chinwag with Tanya, answering all of your questions, and importantly, ending this year with a community that has meant so much to me this year, more than ever before. Thank you all very much. Have a good time. Hopefully I'll see you soon.